So up, it's Stan HW back for another session of 888. Haven't been around, but I've been missing it a little bit because of stuff like this. I'm just going to fold. So yeah, 10 and L5 tables, standard stuff. Making another video. I've been losing. Last few days I've lost quite a fair chunk of my bankroll actually. Actually not so much a fair chunk of my bankroll, but it's moved me, sort of my profit's been halved effectively. Just in like the space of like 4 days, so that's quite sad. So we're hoping for a good session today, and I might have a couple of sessions today because I didn't play at all yesterday, and I've got absolutely nothing going on. This guy 3-bets me out of the small blind. That's slightly annoying. Just pick up ace queen on the far right. Bit of a weird one already on with the ace queen with the what I can only presume to be a limp. Which is slightly odd because sometimes players will like limp raise their like premiums. So it's a bit odd that this is here. And if this is a limp, I'm like 100% sure he's calling 40 more. I am going to raise though because I'm out of position. I suppose he could fold. Well, actually no, he's not going to fold. But I suppose it's kind of valuing, I suppose. I'm going to check to him here, see what he has to say about the flop. He checks back and it comes 10, so now I've got a gut shot. I am going to bet out here with the gut shot. It's difficult for him to... I think if he's got like... What the fuck? Can he just min raises? It's just super weird. And if we think... Oh, what? Can we call? 44 to win a lot more if we hit a kick. I think we probably can because of the implied odds. If we did dink a jack or an ace, we'd probably win more off him. I'll be interested to see what he bets here because I would have thought he will bet 50. You know, I'm not going to call actually. I'm actually going to find a fold here. I think he's got aces or something, and like he's trying to be really weird and get value. This isn't a bluff. Like he wouldn't bluff 50 here. There's just no way. That's a very like an odd hand. The way it was played was very weird. A strange hand actually. Yeah, that was an odd one. I'm gonna mark that one down. Hands, anyone, please? Minus 128. Review. Oh, nines. That's good. 9-10, not as good. Review, and also is a bit of a strange hand. So nines here, 10 king suited on the big blind at the top left. Big blind deliberating over his decision here. Ooh, I'm definitely going to squeeze out a call here with 10 king suited, like not even less than 2 big blinds. We take it down with nines. Less than 2 big blinds to see a flop with 10 king suited is definitely something that I'm not going to be turning down. 9-7, I'm just going to fold. That's there. 4-5, it's not great. He's folded his blind 2 out of 2. Given the frequency that I've been raised out of the blinds, I'm actually not going to, and I'm just going to limp here. Reason being is, this guy's calling whatever I raise, so I don't think there's much point trying to go out for value there, really. Someone's probably got a queen here. Yeah, it's just not much point going to value it. I mean, we eliminate two of the blinds often, but beyond that, we're not really getting anything. We have got 2 overcards, so we've probably got 2 outs to the best, so like 6 outs to the best hand, and some interesting turns, like 8s and jacks and stuff, but you know, it's not worth me calling, I don't think. Definitely just check 6-7 here. Nothing about it there. Probably just check folding. 5-8 on the button. Oh wait, do I want to fold here? This is like the juiciest train ever. with 4-5. You know, if this guy calls off, I might even just... Oh, the squeeze is going to be unbelievable, but it's too good to miss out on, I think. Got a pair of 6s here, but it's definitely not something I'm going to be betting for value with. And it looks like we will have a big family pot at the top right there. And that's not the kind of family flop I was looking for, unfortunately. So I'll bet 15 into this. You know, I'm just going to fold, I think. I mean, he could definitely just have a single heart, but, you know, I'm not going to be sort of hedging my bets, if you know what I mean. Ace 8, and I raised it. He called me in position. It's difficult for him to have much of this flop, really. I find it hard to believe that he's got anything that can hit this flop. The only thing he might be able to call me with is sort of like 9s, 8s, 7s, 6s, 5s might even find a call. And against those hands we should be barreling again. But against the rest of his range, probably should be checking back. Or checking to him. Be interesting to see if he bets out here. He doesn't, he snap checks back. Which makes me think he may have 10-9, 10-jack, perhaps. And this is kind of weird. Whether he thinks he can get thin value, I'm just going to fold. You know, we've got ace high. There's no point messing around, really. 9 queen on the button. It's a hand we can definitely see ourselves calling with. Although with only one caller, the squeeze potential and 9 queen offsuit is not a great hand anyway. So we just fold. Pocket 9s. Happy to make it 35 here from, I suppose that'd be what, middle position there? Or under the gun +1. Queen Jack's offsuit we will be raising if it folds to us. 9s, and we don't flop well at all here. We get checked to though. And this was a limp. I noticed that was a limp. So I might just limp as well. I'm going to check back 9. I don't see much point going out for value there. Checks to me again, which makes me think he definitely doesn't have a king or a queen. I suppose sometimes he could have a queen. I'm just going to check again. 10's not great because he could have just dinked that on the end, but if he does have a 10, he's almost certainly just checking back. And then we just check back and see it. Oh, he had a set and he didn't bet at any point. What is that? What is going on? I suppose he was banking on, and we flopped very well here. I suppose he was banking on, 2s, probably still a fold. I suppose he was banking on me, you know, he's going to go for a check raise. And if he'd bet out, I probably would have just folded. But it would have been tight. Here I'm going to bet out. There's tons of hands that can call here. If we make it 20, there's a lot of hands that can call. Kings, of course, headlining that, but even like 10 queen. That stuff can call. Diamond now. Another diamond isn't very good for our hand. If he bets out, we're just going to fold. But if he checks to us, he can definitely still have kings. He can definitely still have plenty of hands we're getting value from. And now we've got a full house. We're feeling very nice. Feeling very nice. And we hope that he's got diamonds. I'm going to bet... I'm actually going to bet 988. Seems reasonable here. See if he can find a call. Going to be set mining with 5s. He can't find a call. He probably had a king and figured that, you know, we're not betting out there with anything. We're not betting there with, you know, a worse king. On this board, I'm going to check call. It's difficult for, yeah, Jack. And now I'm actually going to bet out for protection here. Bet out for protection. He might, okay, he snaps us off and it comes another Jack. So he could be messing around with ace high. Can we get any value here? Probably not. I might just check to him and maybe he checks back at ace high and we take it down. When he bets 46 though, what can he ever have worse than us? Is he ever doing this with 4s? Yes. Is he ever doing this with ace high? You know, I doubt it. I doubt he's doing this with ace high. I'm going to call here for, you know, like nothing more basically. I doubt he's doing this with ace high. He probably just checks behind ace high. So I am going to give him the benefit of the doubt on this occasion, although that is a tough one on the river there. Here, definitely betting out after he checks back to me. You know, it's difficult for him to have much worse, but he might find a call with a heart. So there's definitely hands we are getting value from there. Queens. Maybe 36 seems fine. Where was that hand with 5 threes? Definitely will call to set mine here. Although we don't get anything, of course. He checks to me. Oh no, sorry, he doesn't check to me. Folding that, folding that. Queens take a flop here. With flop top boat, there is straight opportunities there with Jack King and 8 Jack. But I don't think he has my 8 Jack. The only thing we're losing to now is Jack King. But there's plenty of hands we can get value from. I think we just fold. He raises. The only thing we're losing to is Jack King. That's it. Only Jack King. It's the only hand we're losing to here. What can he have? I'm just going to call. We can't. I don't like the idea of raising that much here. If he bets out, we're not folding the second nuts. We just can't. There's just no way we can fold the second nuts here. He checks to me. Would he check Jack King? I don't think he would. After we've just called a raise, I don't think he would. Do I want to check back and then check raise river all in, or do I want to go for a cheeky small bet here that sets us up for a river jam? Because I think we do want to be jamming river. It's tough. Oh my word. Does he seriously have Jack King? The thing is, if we call here and then he checks to us, what do we do? This is a super difficult hand, actually. Very awkward, but we've got almost the nuts, really. We're just going to call, and it comes 6. We can't fold. You know, the odds are way too good if he jams here. The odds are way too good if he jams. And if he has Jack King, then he has Jack King, you know, and there's not much we can do about that, unfortunately. But I don't think we can get away here. You know, we've got top boat. I'm sorry, not top boat. If we had top boat, that'd be a different story. There's no way we can get away here. If he's got Jack King, he's got it. Ooh, that's a bit of a cooler for us there, I think. I don't think there's much we can do about that. That's a tough one. That's just a brutal flop, really. Can we get away? Oh, God, super brutal run out there, flopping top boat. Can we get away? I mean, he plays it so nutty, though. He plays it so nutty. Not suited, not going to raise. He plays it so nutty, though. He just calls with Jack King. I mean, speculative given our range. So he flops the absolute nuts. We bet 48. He raises, and this is a no-brain call. We're doing this with plenty of cards. When we bet here, and then he raises, this is where his hand becomes super polarized. Can we have a check back there, and then look to check raise river? Do we get more value that way? Probably. Probably do get more value there. Against the exact hand, if we do check raise river, he's just obviously snapping or jamming, if this, depending on what the sizing is. I'm not even going to call her. I think calling's fine though. I mean, we can't fold top set. We can't. He could be doing this with 9s. He could be doing this with 10s. He could maybe even be doing this with like 10 queen, I suppose. And then, and also we've got outs. You know, we've got outs. And then when he bets 250, I think the price is just slightly too good. He could be doing it with 9s, 10s. He probably isn't doing it with queen 10 at that point, but the price is too good because he could have a set that's worse. But for sure, that's a really annoying, such a super brutal flop, basically. And now we're in a hole for the session, which is annoying. Ace 4. It was down here that we lost, wasn't it? Yeah. And it was that Booth man guy. Weird. Min raises. Weird min raises. Raises. Indicate. Okay, nuttiness. No, he's not really that. Myself rushed into that check back. Probably should have raised. But I'm not going to raise. I'm not going to bet now. There's certainly hands that are better that can fold, like King High and Queen High. So it's definitely worth betting out there. Aces. An Ace 7 here. Hopefully we'll see some action out of these two players. Come on, show us some action. Okay. That's fine, we just make it 30 and hope that people don't just fold everywhere, although they're probably just going to fold. Oh, that's annoying. Ace-a-roos, there you go. Win 15 cents. That's how we do it. Definitely going to raise here with Ace-7, blind versus blind. Get called. Flop well. He bets out. That's fucking weird. But we're not folding with our top pair yet. Another ace. We feel pretty good. Do we want to check behind? I'm actually going to check back. He's not... Oh, I suppose 3s and 4s are a bit weird. But I'd rather just check back. And Jack, see, that's fine. And now we just check. Cool. Now we... What the fucking fuck? He's got diamonds, hasn't he? Oh, for fuck's sake. He's got diamonds, hasn't he? Oh my god. What the fuck is going on? What the fuck is going on? He's never doing this with worse, basically, is the bottom line. He's never doing this with worse. He's never doing this with... We're not even... A6 isn't even a thing because of the jack. Actually, I suppose A6 is a thing. Oh, man, what the fuck? He's never doing this with worse. Fucking go on then, have it. I don't think he's ever doing that with worse. That's just disgusting. Feels kind of gross, really. Should we bet turn? Should we have bet turn? Should have bet turn. I think we should have bet turn, probably. Oops. Bet for value. Value and protection from diamonds. So yeah, that's a bit annoying. Probably a misplay there, but not like, I don't think it's awful. Ace 8 here. We just need a big hand to save us, basically. Against two limpers, we're probably getting lots of calls. I don't see much point in raising, really. I mean, what are we gaining out of raising? We're just getting a bigger pot and we haven't got a big hand. So, you know, we don't want a massive pot with ace-8 in first position. It just doesn't seem logical, really. So I'd rather just take a flop 3 ways rather than... Sorry, 4 ways rather than 3 ways. Because I'm pretty sure under the gun and button are calling, so... Could perhaps squeeze out a call. I'm not going to, because 6-4, like a low suited one gapper, just isn't great. But we could. You know, it's definitely something that you could do, squeeze out a call though. I'm going to raise Jack 7, although we don't have many hands on this guy. Both of them have folded their blind 100% of the time, even if it is only 2 out of 2. And this guy's folded his blind to a steal 3 out of 3. So I think it's unlikely that we're going to get action. Well, at least from the very limited stats we have, it seems we're going to get unlikely. I'm not going to call here. 20 to 45 out of position with Jack 7 suited. It's not awful, but it's not great. Big hand brewing up here. Interesting to see where it goes. Raise? Wow, very big hand brewing. Is he going to raise fold? Does raise fold. Well, that's interesting. Repping 10, that's the same board that we were on, wasn't it? Because it was the 10, oh no it wasn't, it was the Jack King we were scared of. So that's a similar board to us. Can you make the hero fold with queens? Probably not. Ace 10. Offsuit, we probably shouldn't even raise this actually, that's the funny thing. You know, middle position +1, probably not even a raise, genuinely not even a raise. Just going to play nitty poker basically and fold. Definitely not messing around here with 9-5. Would have flopped through a kind, that's a shame. A lot of hands on both these guys and they seem loose out of the blind, so they seem tight out of the blind, so I think raising any 2 cards is something that I'm going to be doing. Not going to raise again blind versus blind here. I know 6 queen is actually better than 3 jack, but we just raised blind versus them, and it's nice to show them that we're not raising any 2 cards, because it means that occasionally we can make a play with 3 jack, you know, and bluff. You know, try and bluff steal the blinds and they'll actually give us credit. So rather than if we just bet every single time, then they're suddenly going to start calling us with speculative hands that they might otherwise fold. Definitely half a big blind for a flop with 8-7. We flop well multi-way. I mean, first position's a bit grim and we might get squeezed. Don't get squeezed. We've got a gut shot to a 6, but that's not worth betting, especially first position. We're getting raised by kings. Probably. But might not, might just get called by kings, but even then we're not that happy because the only good turn for us is a 6. I mean, no, we're not going to call this actually. No, not going to call it. If we were open-ended we would call it, we might even raise, but Jack 5 suited, not worth it. 10-7, not worth it when there's a limper. Ace Queen at the top left, and there have been plenty of interesting hands here actually, so I don't know why I haven't read anything there. There have been some super tough ones. This Ace Queen one could get interesting because there's an undergun raise from a guy that his early position he's raised 1 out of 18 hands, so he seems very tight, which is a bit weird, but we can't fold. We're not going to raise, but we're not going to fold. We're not going to fold now. I was happy to take a flop 3 ways with Ace Queen. I don't see the point in squeezing here because one of these guys probably got a good hand, i.e. this guy under the gun. We are out of position here, and this is a kind of dangerous flop. Ace King, we're already behind, so it's not actually that scary. Kind of depends on what this turn is from the under the gun player. If he bets out and then the other guy calls, that would be interesting. But he could have jacks or queen. I don't think he would. Whoa, this is super grim. He could have. Oh, can he ever have ace jack? Do you just have ace king, I suppose? Literally just ace king? Is that like the only hand he can actually have? I'm going to set mine with nines. I'm going to call. The odds are very good, and we're basically only losing to ace king or aces. But ace is obviously super unlikely given that this guy bet and this guy bet. Ace queen here, definitely going to be raising. If under the gun bets out again, then we can expect his hand to be very, very nice. 4, 5, 6. Do we want to raise here? Probably not. This guy does have sets in his range. Ooh, 140. That's a big bet. 4, 5, 6, 7. Wow. That's pretty gross for us. What the fuck? See the squeeze attempt here. Just going to check back or over pair. Got a straight 9 to 5. And this hand up here is like super, super tough. I have no idea what's going here. I'm going to fold ace queen here though. I have no idea what the fuck to do. The awkward thing is he's almost certainly betting out again. Do we just think he's got kings or aces? Or ace king? Is he doing this with ace queen? That's the other thing. He could definitely have ace queen. But that's a bit speculative. Could he have ace jack? Probably not. We're probably the only hand he can possibly have that we're beating that he can. Yeah, I'm not gonna call. It's a small bet though as well. It's weirdly small. Why is it so small? Ah, fuck it. Go on then. Oh, that's an awkward one. Very like sort of weird. That was what 18. So rewarded with aces, so I guess it's a good fold. So that's about 28 minutes in, 26 minutes in. Top left. Aces here. Do we want to raise? Yeah, probably. Seems reasonable to make it 90 here. Wow, 4-bet already. Cold 4-bet. Okay. Didn't get any action there, that's a shame. Everyone's deep stacked here, so I'm not even that afraid to just literally just raise it up with twos. Because even if we take a flop, like, that's good. Like, we want to take a flop with twos, because everyone's got 100 big blind stacks, so it's fine. And sometimes it falls around and we're very happy. If that was suited, I might raise it, otherwise not going to. Jacks, that's cool. Cool, cool. Undercards, please. Undercards, please. All the flop on the bottom table, that'd be fine. Not quite undercards, but interesting enough. Oh, kind of gross. So kind of gross. Oh, we just fucking hell. What the fuck? One of them's probably got a queen, haven't they? I would have thought. But can we fold? Folding seems so bad. 60 to win 2. One of them surely got a queen. Or hearts, I suppose. Oh, this is grim. What the fuck am I supposed to do here? About her. Difficult for them to beat me. I'm just going to fold, actually. I mean, it's awkward, but one of them... Oh, you are fucking kidding me. I mean, you're fucking kidding me. They're teasing me with these fucking hands. Oh, my fucking god. They're literally teasing me with these fucking bullshit hands. Oh, let's hope someone has 10 king. Or 6 queen or some bullshit. No, because we're beating that. Fucking hell. Look at that, we get it all in with like fucking both pairs and take it down. Oh, we would have fucking taken loads of down, wouldn't we? Oh, that's bullshit. Although it was a good fold considering that guy had ace queen, so I'm not that annoyed about it. It was a good fold. This hand turned a bit sour, but that was a fine fold, I suppose, on the top right table. And that was, what, about 29 minutes in? Top right. I mean, it's not even worth writing down. I think that was absolutely fine. Just grim though, because that jack. Not much better is folding, but worse is probably calling. We're given the opportunity to bet out here, which is kind of gross because we're not going to call. We're not going to call, but it's just a bit weird. We're probably behind though when he bets out. 10 king. What's this guy's button opening range? His attempt to steal is only 18%. His button opening range is only 25%, which we can beat, of course. But this hand's breaking down. I'm going to get out of this table. Don't want to raise it. I will because I don't want to get all of these guys in the pot. 20 to win 45. Go on then. 10 king. It's a pretty good hand. We got it again down here. So I'm just going to check call because we almost certainly had the best hand. Get some value out of random bullshit that wants to bet. He bets over pot. Okay. And we're definitely... Oh, what the fuck? I'm going to fold. Like, I'm literally just going to fold. It's not even worth messing around. He's probably got aces or kings. This is weird as fuck, but I'm going to call. 7, 8, 9, 10 jack, so that's awkward. Gonna check to him and like, I don't know what the fuck he's gonna try some random bullshit on me. Gonna bet here, we've got a lot of backdoor draws obviously. Gut shots. I mean, what the fuck? Honestly, don't know anymore what the fuck's going on. And we get raised here, so we're just gonna fold. Am I just playing awfully? Like, is that what's going on here? We can't call this, but I mean, it's just fucking weird as fuck. Jeez Louise, what the fuck's going on? So that's like 31 minutes in. I haven't won a fucking pot this whole time. I literally haven't won a pot. I haven't won a single pot. I haven't won one. Bottom left that was. I literally haven't won a pot. That's the scary thing here is that I haven't won a pot. Oh, fuck it, I'm back. Post blinds, go on then. 2 people just joined in, so that's fine. Whoa, why am I sitting out here? There's limped pot. Folding here. Oh my word, I haven't won a pot. Even the aces hand was just like, I've had aces twice, just folding around. Actually, what's the largest pot I've actually won this whole fucking session?